Okay, so we are going to go over direct object pronouns in Spanish. Alright, so remember that a direct object pronoun is the object that receives the action of the verb. Alright? For example, Bill hit the ball. The ball receives the action of the verb hit, so the ball is the direct object. Sherry reads the book. What does she read? The book. The book receives the action of the verb reads, so the book is the direct object. The direct object can also be a person. For example, Sherry hit Bill. Who did Sherry hit? Bill. Because Bill receives the action of the verb. Bill hit the ball. What did Bill hit? The ball. So the ball is the direct object. Sherry hit Bill. In this case, the direct object is a person. Bill. Who did she hit? Bill. Please notice that we can replace these direct objects with a pronoun. Remember, the pronoun takes place of a noun to avoid repetition. For example, Paul bought the flowers. He took the flowers home and gave the flowers to his dog. Notice the repetition of flowers in yellow. We can replace these direct objects with a direct object pronoun to cut down on the repetition. Paul bought the flowers. He took them home and gave them to his dog. Notice how them in yellow takes place of the flowers in the sentence above. They are direct object pronouns. They avoid the repetition. Notice in Spanish, we have direct object pronouns. All right, we have me, te, lo, and la. Those are all singular pronouns. We will be concentrating on lo and la today as we work with food. Plural, nos, os, los, and las. Notice how los and las means them, and essentially are the plural of lo and la. Please notice that you always put the direct object pronoun before the conjugated verb. For example, tengo, I have. Tengo la pluma, I have the pen. La tengo, I have it. Notice here in the last sentence, I have it in English, it is at the end, but in Spanish it comes before the verb. Remember, the direct object pronoun must agree with the noun it is replacing. For example, Juan lo tiene, that means this lo is it, and the item that he has is masculine and singular. La como, I eat it. Notice the it could be la comida, la manzana, etc. Anything that is feminine and singular. Lo como, I eat it, but it is masculine and singular. La leo, I read it. Whatever I'm reading is feminine and singular. La revista, la novela, etc. We will read through this, however, you won't need to worry about this. When two verbs are in a sentence, you can place the direct object pronoun before the conjugated verb. Él la va a pagar, he's going to pay it. We have two verbs, ir and pagar. Yo lo quiero comprar, I want to buy it. Notice how lo here is before the conjugated verb. Or you can stick it to the end of the infinitive. You don't need to worry about this, but just so you know it exists. These sentences here are the same as the two sentences up here, but notice how I've taken the la and attached it to the infinitive. Right here, I've taken la and attached it to the infinitive. I've taken the lo in the sentence above and have attached it to the infinitive. Notice it's comprar, not compar. There's an error. Okay? You don't need to worry about these examples because this contains a lot of vocabulary that you haven't had. But notice how the items in the left-hand column are all direct object pronouns, all right? And they are replaced, I take that back. These are all direct objects and they're replaced by direct object pronouns. Notice how they all come before the conjugated verb. All right, now you're going to move on and watch a cute short video about direct object pronouns, and then your teacher will pass out a worksheet for you to work on. Please note that this worksheet is due next class, and there might be some items on there that you don't know. You may use a dictionary or an online translator to help you out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next class.